There is a category of two-wheeled machine that the motorcycle community has spent 30 years treating like a joke. Riders mock them at traffic lights. Forum members dismiss them in 3 words. And the used market prices them like they're worth nothing. And those same machines are sitting on lots right now, with automatic transmissions, heated seats, underseat storage large enough for 2 full-face helmets, 50 miles per gallon, and engines that Honda, Suzuki, and Yamaha built to the same reliability standard as their most respected motorcycles, available today for $3,000. If you're new here, subscribe now, because this channel exists for exactly one reason: to find the machines the market forgot before someone smarter than you does. Today on Bike Nexus, 3 Maxi scooters, currently rotting on lots across America, that cost between $9,000 and $12,000 brand new. No clutch lever, no gear changes, no chain to adjust, no sprockets to replace. Exactly why they're cheap, exactly what to look for, exactly what to avoid. Stay until the last one, because that machine was described by Yamaha themselves as erasing the line between scooter and motorcycle. And it's sitting on a lot right now for $5,000, while its fan community calls it the best urban sport vehicle ever built. Let's go. We start at number 3 with a machine that Honda's own marketing described in a question that answers itself. What's the dividing line between a scooter and a motorcycle? And then answered. The Silver Wing erases all those old boundaries. The Honda Silver Wing FSC 600, 2001 to 2013. A brand new Silver Wing left the dealership for between $8,999 and $9,499. Today you find clean examples on Cycle Trader and Smart Cycle Guide between $2,500 and $4,500. Verify that. Someone absorbed over $5,000 in depreciation, so you don't have to. And what they left behind is a 582cc liquid-cooled Docht parallel twin. Not a scooter engine, a genuine parallel twin engineered by Honda, driving through a fully automatic CVT transmission that requires no clutch input, no gear selection, and no mechanical intervention from the rider at any speed in any traffic condition. Let me explain what that combination actually means in practice. Honda built the Silver Wing FSC 600 specifically to answer one question that riders over 50 consistently ask. What if I could have motorcycle capability without the physical demands of operating a clutch and manual gearbox in stop-and-go traffic? The answer is this engine in this chassis. 582cc of liquid-cooled parallel twin producing 47 miles per gallon, while cruising comfortably at 85 miles per hour. A seller on Smart Cycle Guide described it as a very nice and very fast Maxi touring scooter that will hit 90 miles per hour with the greatest of ease and can do a 70 to 85 mile per hour uphill pass on the interstate with no problem. That is not a scooter description. That is a touring motorcycle description on a platform that asks nothing of your left hand and nothing of your feet except to touch the ground at stops. The underseat storage on the Silver Wing holds 2 full-face helmets simultaneously. The ABS-equipped models provide Honda's combined braking system. The fully automatic CVT means cold starts, parking lots, and highway acceleration all happen with a single input, the throttle. The rider's entire attention goes to the road because the machine handles everything else. A Cycle Trader listing from 2025 described a 2004 Silver Wing at 19,900 miles as follows. 4 wheels on the ground, very stable, smooth ride with plenty of power, yet good gas mileage. Tires, clutch, and drive belt less than 1,500 miles. 600cc engine has 19,900 miles on this scooter. Just getting broken in. At 19,900 miles. That is Honda's reliability standard applied to an engine that the market decided wasn't serious because it doesn't have a manual gearbox. The reason this machine costs $3,000 today is the word scooter. The moment that word appears in a listing, a significant portion of the motorcycle buying public stops reading. They assume small engine, low speed, limited capability. The Silver Wing FSC 600 has none of those characteristics. It has a 582cc twin, genuine highway capability, and Honda's documented reliability record. The word scooter is doing all of the price damage before you buy. The CVT drive belt requires periodic inspection and eventual replacement, a $200 parts job that any Honda familiar mechanic can complete. Check belt condition before any offer, and use wear as a negotiating point if present. Verify the ABS function on equipped examples. Any warning lights need diagnosis before purchase. And confirm underseat storage latch operation. These mechanisms see constant use, and a stiff or unreliable latch is worth $100 off your offer. $3,000 Honda Parallel Twin, fully automatic, 85 miles per hour capable, 50 miles per gallon, 2 helmets under the seat, just getting broken in at 20,000 miles. The manual transmission crowd is stuck in traffic with their clutch hand cramping. You arrived 5 minutes ago. Number 2 is the machine that a Cycle Trader dealer described using 5 words that belong in this video's title. Great bike, especially for older riders. 5 words from a dealer who services what they sell. And then added, garage kept, showroom condition, 50 plus miles per gallon both in town and on the highway. The Suzuki Bergman 650, 2003 to 2018. A brand new Bergman 650 left the dealership for between $10,499 and $11,499. Today, you find clean examples on Cycle Trader between $2,950 and $5,500. Verify that. Someone absorbed over $6,000 in depreciation, so you don't have to. And what they left behind is a 638cc liquid-cooled Deutsch Parallel Twin, the same displacement category as the most celebrated mid-range motorcycles in the used market, driving through Suzuki's fully automatic CVT in a chassis that Cycle Trader's own description calls outstanding performance in the city and on the highway, with abundant storage space, comfort, and performance. Let me explain what 638cc fully automatic actually means for a rider who has been on bikes for decades. The Bergman 650 produces genuine highway-capable acceleration without a single manual input beyond the throttle. No clutch hand fatigue in summer traffic. No gear hunting on mountain passes. No stall risk at complex intersections. The CVT reads throttle demand and road speed and delivers exactly the power ratio the situation requires. Instantly, smoothly, and without any input from the rider's hands or feet beyond direction and throttle. For a rider managing reduced grip strength, arthritis, or simply the preference to focus entirely on the road rather than mechanical inputs, this is not a convenience feature. It is the difference between riding confidently and not riding at all. The Bergman 650 executive specification adds electrically adjustable windscreen, heated grips, and a passenger backrest to the standard platform. A 2012 listing on Cycle Trader described the executive as setting the styling standard with aerodynamic design and beautifully crafted bodywork. A 2018 executive listing described it as providing an outstanding riding experience. These are not editorial descriptions. These are dealer assessments of machines they've sold and serviced. And they describe a 638cc automatic touring platform available today for $4,000. The 638cc engine operates comfortably at highway cruising speeds, at internal stress levels that Suzuki calibrated specifically for sustained long-distance output. Owners on multiple forums document the Bergman 650 running reliably past 40,000, 50,000, 60,000 miles, with nothing but scheduled maintenance, oil changes, belt inspection, and basic service. The machine asks almost nothing. The rider provides direction and throttle. The rest is handled. The reason this machine costs $4,000 today is identical to every machine on this list. The word scooter on the title kills the search traffic. Buyers searching for 600cc motorcycles search by motorcycle category, not scooter category. A Bergman 650, with equivalent displacement to the SV650 and the V-Strom 650, doesn't show up in those searches because the category filter removes it. $6,000 in depreciation created by a category label that has nothing to do with the engine, the reliability, or the riding capability underneath. Before you buy, the CVT drive belt is the primary maintenance item. Inspect for cracking, edge wear, and correct tension. Any evidence of belt neglect is $250 in parts and $300 off your offer. The electrically adjustable windscreen on executive models should cycle through its full range smoothly without hesitation. Any stiffness indicates motor wear worth factoring into your negotiation. Verify heated grip function on cold start. These are integrated features, not aftermarket additions, and non-function is a concrete negotiating point. $4,000. 638cc, fully automatic, outstanding highway performance, 50 plus miles per gallon. Great bike especially for older riders. The dealer's words, not mine. And we arrive at number 1, the one that Yamaha described using a question that had never been asked about a scooter before it launched. The one that a 2009 Arlington Motorsports listing called the most collectible big-bore Yamaha scooter ever manufactured. The one that the European sport riding community adopted as their daily machine for over 2 decades because it delivers sport motorcycle performance with scooter convenience in a combination that no manufacturer has fully replicated since. The Yamaha T-Max 530. 2012 to 2016. A brand new T-Max 530 left the dealership for between $10,999 and $11,499. Today, you find clean examples between $4,500 and $7,000, with a 2015 model listed at $6,900 on CycleTrader this week. Verify that. Someone absorbed over $5,000 in depreciation, so you don't have to. And what they left behind is a 530cc liquid-cooled Dochi parallel twin, an engine Yamaha specifically designed to feel nothing like a scooter engine. Driving through Yamaha's YCCS, electronically controlled automatic transmission, in a chassis that the European motorcycle press consistently reviewed, alongside mid-range sport motorcycles rather than scooters. Let me explain why the T-Max is categorically different from everything else on this list. Yamaha did not build the T-Max by taking a scooter and making it more powerful. Yamaha built a motorcycle and gave it an automatic transmission. The distinction is fundamental. The 530cc parallel twin is mounted forward and low in the frame, not under the seat as in conventional scooters. The frame is a dual-spar aluminum design. The suspension is fully adjustable front and rear, the same specification philosophy Yamaha applies to their sport motorcycle lineup. The brakes are dual hydraulic disc front, single disc rear, with ABS on equipped models, not the linked drum and disc arrangement common on conventional scooters. Every single engineering decision Yamaha made on the T-Max was a motorcycle decision applied to an automatic platform, which is why the European sport touring community adopted it as their daily machine, and why the Arlington dealer described it as the most collectible big-bore Yamaha scooter ever manufactured. A seller on Smart Cycle Guide described their 2015 T-Max 530 at 2,900 miles as very fast, fully capable at highway speeds, with mechanical cruise control. The Yamaha product page described it as the ultimate sport scooter with a liquid-cooled, fuel-injected Dochi twin-cylinder engine that is fuel-efficient while producing awesome acceleration. The ownership community across multiple forums consistently describes the T-Max as the machine that makes the scooter versus motorcycle debate completely irrelevant, because it wins the comparison on both terms simultaneously. The reason this machine costs $5,000 today in the American market comes down to one specific cultural reality. The T-Max was designed for and embraced by the European urban market, where Maxi scooters are culturally legitimate performance vehicles ridden by experienced adults. In the American market, where the word scooter carries a different cultural weight, the T-Max's reputation never translated from its European performance credentials to American buyer interest at the volume that would have supported a higher used price. The machine didn't change between markets. The cultural context did, and that cultural gap is the entire price opportunity. Before you buy, the YCCS electronic transmission on the T-Max requires transmission fluid changes at Yamaha's specified intervals, a service that sellers frequently defer and that should be your first documentation request. Any hesitation or roughness in the automatic shift behavior at low speed means the fluid is overdue. Budget $100 for the service and use it as $200 off your offer. Verify the front fork adjustment function on electronically adjustable models through its full range. And check the drive belt condition, as with every CVT-equipped machine on this list. Belt inspection is the primary routine maintenance item, and edge wear or cracking is a negotiating point worth $250 off your price. $5,000. 530cc Yamaha parallel twin. Motorcycle chassis, motorcycle suspension, motorcycle brakes. Fully automatic. The most collectible big-bore Yamaha scooter ever manufactured. The machine that erases the line between scooter and motorcycle, in the words of Yamaha themselves. 3 machines. 3 different answers to the same question that the motorcycle industry spent 30 years refusing to ask seriously. What if experienced riders could have everything a motorcycle delivers without everything a motorcycle demands? The Honda Silverwing FSC 600. For the rider who wants Honda's parallel twin reliability, genuine highway capability, 2 helmets under the seat, and 50 miles per gallon, fully automatic, no clutch, no gears, for $3,000. Available because the word scooter on the title killed the search traffic without changing a single specification underneath. The Suzuki Bergman 650. For the rider who wants 638cc of Suzuki parallel twin in a fully automatic touring platform with outstanding highway performance, 50+ miles per gallon, and a dealer who described it in 5 words. Great bike especially for older riders, for $4,000. Available because category filters remove it from the searches that would value it correctly. And the Yamaha T-Max 530. For the rider who wants a motorcycle chassis, motorcycle suspension, motorcycle brakes, and a 530cc Deutsch parallel twin, fully automatic, European performance credentials, the most collectible big-bore Yamaha scooter ever built, for $5,000. Available because American scooter culture never caught up to what Yamaha actually built. None of these 3 dropped because they were bad machines. All 3 dropped because the market reads the category label and stops asking what's actually underneath. That gap between what the label says and what the engineering delivers is the entire opportunity. If this video changed how you think about what the used market is actually offering you right now, hit that like button. It costs you nothing, and it tells YouTube to show this to every rider who is tired of being told they've outgrown something they haven't tried. Subscribe to Bike Nexus. Every week we find the machines the market forgot and the prices that make them impossible to ignore. The best ride of your life might already be sitting on a lot near you. Automatic, capable, completely underpriced, waiting for someone experienced enough to recognize that the label on the listing has nothing to do with what's under the seat. Buy smart, not by trend. See you next time.